Hello again, everyone. This is circuit number 13 for Athabasca University's COMP444. This is the circuit with the contact relay that powers two LEDs in an alternating pattern. And as you can see, it's one of the more electronically complicated circuits in the SIK guide, and so I figured I would just give anybody watching a brief rundown on how it works in case they were curious. The first thing to keep in mind is that there's 5 volts entering our contact relay, represented by this rectangle. It's getting the 5 volts at 2 points. One through this current limiting resistor that alternates between the two LEDs, and the second, which is going through the coil. Now, the 5 volts coming in on this side is always going to be flowing through one of the two, depending on whether or not the coil is actually conducting. Now, if we look over here, we'll see pin 2 coming off of the red board, and this will alternate on and off at approximately 1 second, and over those 1 second intervals, it will turn on and off power running through the coil here. And based on whether or not the coil is actually running and flowing up through here, through the transistor and back down to ground, it will determine which of these two contacts is closed and therefore which LED is on. So just to elaborate a little further, when there is power coming from pin 2 to the base of the resistor, current will flow from this 5 volts here through the coil, through the transistor, and back down to ground. That means that the coil that is normally the line that is normally open will actually have the LED on at that point, and when the power is removed based on the no signal coming from pin 2 anymore, no current will go through the transistor, and we will switch back to the normally closed channel, or the NC channel that you see here, and in this case the other LED will be on. One last thing to keep in mind here is that this is called a flyback diode here. This is just in place so that when the coil is no longer conducting, when power is removed from pin 2, that any current discharged from the coil in the contact relay won't flow inappropriately, possibly damaging the transistor. So that should be everything. Let me just power up our circuit over here. I'm just going to plug in the USB key like so, and there we are. We see the contact relay opening and closing, or we hear it rather, and we see the LED lights alternating on and off at about 1 second apiece. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.